how to find peace in a chaotic life. There's a lot of chaos that's happening in our world today, but I think what I want to focus on is not so much the chaos that's happening in our world, but I want to focus on the chaos that's happening in your individual life. What is chaos? Chaos is basically disorder and unpredictability. So there's three things that I believe that the way we process things, the way we do things, the way we go about that produces those three things. The number one thing creates a lot of chaos is when we are in complete disorder. Our thinking is not in order. When you're in complete disorder, you're actually compulsive. That means you're making a decision without thinking of the consequences. You're going based on feelings, but feeling from a place of fear or from a place of grief, from a place of disorder is not good decision making. The second thing is confusion. And when you have confusion, you can't make decision, you can't take action, which means you feel this stuckness. You're feeling stuck, so confused means paralyzed in making decision. And what we do when we're in confusion, we dissociate with what's happening around us. Lastly, is we're trying to control the unpredictable. What happens in relationships when you're trying to control the unpredictable, which is controlling rejection, maybe controlling not feeling good enough, whatever you're trying to control, right, starts to control you. The only thing you can't control, as you probably heard me say, is you. But controlling the unpredictability comes from us performing to be liked, to be accepted. And when you're performing to be accepted, what you're doing is your qualification to be loved is based on performance. When you have qualification to be loved based on performance, all you're going to do is perform to be loved. And when you perform to be loved, that's you're trying to control the unpredictability. So these are things that creates chaos, creates disorder, creates more unpredictability. So I'm going to give you a few things that I feel that you could find peace within these different ways of thinking that could help you have peace in your relationships as well. Number one, you got to consider the consequences. Here's the thing. When you make a decision, consider there's going to be consequences. There's going to be positive and there is going to be negative consequences. But you got to commit to whatever you chose to do and then run with that. Meaning, don't blame. You'll find so much more peace when you make a decision. You say, okay, I made that decision. I'm going to live with it. Versus the other way is around being disordered, being compulsive and making a decision without finding out what the consequences are. And then you find yourself in confusion. And the other one is you have a clear understanding of self-compassion and your capability. How capable are you or not capable? You got to have a clear understanding of what am I capable of. And then have self-compassion. Okay, yes, I made a mistake. Now I have self-compassion on myself. I move forward. Now I also got to know how capable am I? Maybe I need help from the outside. Maybe I need someone to help me in making these better decisions or getting some feedback. Last point is you have to choose connection over control. Remember, I was saying that before, what we tend to do is try to control what's not predictable. So when you're in that position, what you're really looking for is a true, authentic connection. So in order for you to have a true, authentic connection, you have to choose that over control. Now, having an authentic connection takes you to be vulnerable. It takes you to be able to engage and talk. So that's the hard part, but that's easier than trying to control and trying to perform for someone else. Because the more you connect with you, the more you're connecting with your authentic self, you don't need to perform for anyone else. You won't need to choose. I wanted to just share this with you. Again, consider the consequences, have a clear understanding of what you're capable of and having self-compassion. And lastly, choose to connect versus control. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. You have a good one. Take care.